That's where your camera's on.
And there we go. Welcome everybody once again to the new episode of Top Individuals, which I believe is now episode 9, I think.
I can't believe 9. I can't believe it.
Is it?
I think it's
Can't
9.
believe it.
It's either 8 or 9. I don't know, I'm starting to lose track, bro. Either way.
It is definitely number 9.
There you go.
We got 5 people here. I'm loving every
That's
single
good.
one of you guys.
That's good. Sorry about the early time slot, guys. Let us know if you prefer it or not.
Yeah.
We may actually move it
As-
to this, possibly.
As much as we hate it, this isn't like our full-time job, so you know.
Well, may as well be
So-
mine.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's why we need everyone here to pay
Yeah.
us money.
Or don't. Or don't. Just keep messaging Gamer Subs, guys.
The Shaggers, Hudson.
Oh,
how you
here he
doing?
is. Hudson. Number 1 fan, this bloke. Number
Thanks
1.
for coming in early.
Thank you, Hudson, for being here. Unreal. Yeah, fucking. I don't know. I feel like we could probably start doing it a bit earlier if people prefer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it fits our
people
schedule
like
a bit
it.
more. Yeah.
Earlier, we'll do it earlier. I think 10 o'clock is a bit late for
For some people,
a
it's
lot
a
of
bit late.
people.
Yeah. For me, it's
because
I don't know,
everyone's
whatever.
grown up now and working full time,
Weird. Very strange.
which I don't know about.
Yeah, we got big updates here. This man's now making money.
That's true. I did receive
Yeah,
my
baby.
first paycheck today.
Oh ho ho!
Was it an
Straight
actual
into the
paycheck
stocks,
or
mate.
was it cash?
No, it was actual paycheck. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I
baby.
got an email like saying we've paid you. I was like, sweet.
Deluxe.
So
It's nice, huh? How good?
yeah, first money in a long time. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's not true, but
Still.
money's money.
Just chuck it
Thanks
straight
to
in the
you.
stocks,
If the
mate.
money's there,
We
we
don't
don't
care.
care. That's the
Mate.
money we live by.
Mhm.
Money's
That's it,
money,
mate.
mate.
Have you seen our stocks lately, Matzo? It was a good day. It
Yeah,
was a good day.
they're not doing. I mean, they're just like the whole market's just steady at the moment.
Nah,
it's
mate.
not really going up or down.
Well, you know how we've invested in travel?
Yeah,
Well, because the borders have opened to New Zealand, I think, or opening
It's gonna-
to New Zealand,
gonna
I think
launch.
they're, yeah, because there was a massive
Yeah.
increase today. So
yeah. There's a good chance, but like,
you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
it's
That's,
just,
that's
you
the
just
thing.
gotta wait
It's
it
all a
out.
gamble, isn't it? It's just a gamble.
Well,
Always a
sort of.
fucking gamble, man.
It literally is gambling.
In the most
Quite literally.
obvious.
There are rules in
Unless-
place that make it like the same rules that gambling have.
Unless you're a politician and you just know everything ahead of time.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
you break the rules.
Literally, like.
Just do
Because
whatever
they will
the fuck you
know,
want.
like especially the government, because it's like the government is what kind of runs everything, so and
Yeah.
approves everything.
I
So
guess.
as soon as like a big company gets a contract, like you'd be dumb, like you'd have to be dumb not to invest in a big company that's doing shit, or if you would like have insider knowledge that they're losing that contract in a couple of years.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point.
So like they're high now, get rid of them,
Mate, you're the guy that decides to lose the contract. You're like,
Yeah. right?
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
just decide to fuck everyone over.
It's tricky. Look, I don't quite get it, but I mean, I can understand how that can be, I guess, construed in a way.
Mm.
Oh, well.
Don't matter, mate.
We're going to do a thing. Did you guys want to do questions now?
I was gonna ask you boys how Easter was.
Oh yeah, fuck, completely.
We haven't really
forgot.
spoken about how we've been, mate. We just had Easter.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Easter.
no shit. Oh, who wants to go first?
Also, what are you boys drinking? I think that's the first question.
Oh, mate.
Actually. Nothing.
Literally
Yeah.
nothing. I don't even have
Um,
water with me right now.
Do you have
Oh,
water?
Maybe I
On
do.
the on the old water.
bottle of water. I've got
Bottle
water
of
in here, but
water.
I don't
Keep
know.
it healthy,
Tin,
Don't
mate.
grab
plastic.
a drink for the sake of grabbing a drink.
Grab
I
a
don't
drink for the sake of grabbing a drink, mate. Crack her open.
know. Oh, he's got an actual bottle of water in his fridge.
Got a bottle of water.
For the first time that
This
fridge
is
had
a
water in
this
it.
is a metal bottle though, so it's like ice cold. Like it's probably frozen.
Yeah, have a look in there. You'll work it out.
Oh, it's cold.
Oh, it's not alcoholic. Your body's upset.
Oh,
It's rejecting it.
Oh, you poor
It's like,
son.
not that.
Ugh. No taste.
He starts fucking.
Gets the shakes and withdrawal symptoms.
I need it. I need it.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, my Easter was pretty good. I went down to the river twice in two places with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, we
then
did have a
I
good
went
night.
to like a extended family's shack, and yeah, it was good. Kind of like my first time. Obviously, you've been to the river like Manham or whatever, like the big places, but never really stayed there. Even
Mm.
with you guys, that was kind of my first time
Oh, really?
staying there.
I think
I used
it's.
to. Sorry.
No, you go. You go.
I was gonna say, like, I think I stayed at Manham when I was real young. It used to be like a yearly thing we would do,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't really remember it that much.
Wow. Okay. Surprised.
I feel like on the Thursday night, we happened to meet who could very well be our biggest fan. Arguably
That's
the biggest
true.
fan of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a few other fans. I think we've made fans along the way.
I
Yeah,
think so.
We did a meetup. Not
Fan
really.
meetup.
Yeah,
Fan
did a bit of
meetup,
fan
fan
meetup,
meetup.
signed some signatures.
Mm.
Yeah. That was
Took some
interesting.
shots.
Yeah,
Some of us
we
did.
well, yeah.
So who
They
was
drank
this
with
fan?
them.
Who was this fan?
Who's what?
Who was this fan? We
Well, I
allowed
think
to
we can
say?
I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
we can say, right?
Yeah, if I say, I'm actually not
Oh,
sure.
I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I
well.
don't think so.
Oh, it was a very close fan, and they were very,
Very close.
very close and very
Yeah, and the
supportive of our
drinks
show.
around.
Kept passing us some drinks around. It was quite nice. Yeah. That was
No,
fucking
yeah,
good.
they were really, really nice.
Yep.
Showed a lot of hospitality towards us.
Shout outs to you guys if you're watching. We're very
Yeah.
appreciative of that
Yeah,
time we
Well,
had.
one will be watching from the start, and the other one will be getting sent a clip and like watch from this point. That's how it's gonna be.
All right,
Yeah.
good to know. Good to know. All right, watch
But I
from
was
about a
gonna
minute
say,
ago.
Like, the age gap between all of us was like as in like there was us and them,
Hmm.
and it was very. I enjoyed it. Like it was
It was good.
good to see that. I think it showed kind of how mature we are,
Hmm.
but it
It's
also
funny to
showed
say,
you like kind of their personality as well, but that we can still get along
Yeah.
with different people.
It definitely shows that you hit a point where once you actually are an adult, you really are just talking to everyone else that's an adult.
Yeah, we still you still get those like even my parents they don't want to talk to young people. Like they will, but to an extent where it's just like they'll get upset with it. They'll be like, oh, fuck, like
Yeah.
just go somewhere else,
Just go somewhere else.
Just piss
Yeah,
off.
like, you
Yeah,
can
that's
see
fair
on their
enough.
faces, like they're just
When they get bored of the conversation, they're like, this
yeah,
person's just done nothing in their life. They're still young.
yeah, exactly. But
Do you see that when you talk to them? But it's like,
don't talk to them.
But fair enough.
No, I don't know.
I think
Like,
it's
even
just
on the-
interesting. Like
Even
that.
on the trip we went on, like they got along with like the most young people, but at the same time they didn't really like get involved with all their conversations.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
I think it's just more like both sort of age groups, like at our sort of age, have something to learn from each other in a way. Like everyone's sort of interested how, like we live now as young adults, older people usually want to know how we live, and then sort of the vice
They wanna
versa.
see
We want to know
that
how they lived when,
lifestyle.
there's just,
a lot of shit's changed, and some things just never
That's all-
change.
yeah,
So
exactly.
the things that don't change, you learn from them.
Yeah,
And the
that's
things that have changed a lot is what we are most fucking versed in.
that's it. So I think that's definitely a part of it as well, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Look, made for a good night.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. Yeah.
But what about your weekend, Jake? I don't even know what you did.
Similar.
Oh,
Down for
that's
that first,
right. Well, I know
down for
you
that
went
first
out.
night,
Yeah,
and
I know
then
you went out
I
Saturday
was I was
friends.
out Saturday night and stayed the night, and then all of Sunday and Sunday night. Got home late Sunday night. So I bought a little VR, bought the Steam Vive, bit of virtual reality. So
have you tried it out yet?
oh, well, that's what I'm getting to. That's I brought it to the house, a friend's house, and had people over, had a few drinks, only a couple of drinks,
Yeah.
and we're playing it, testing it out, having fun with the different games. And then went again another night.
What games were you playing? Like, what was the favorite or most?
So
popular?
the best one to play when you have heaps of people and it's like a party sort of environment is probably Beat Saber, just because while that person is out there smashing the song out, trying their hardest, you literally just have you basically have a DJ. You have a guy playing tracks, and normally they're bangers because
Well, it's good
they're
when
the
you can
best
get
Beat Saber
like all the
songs.
downloaded ones, right? Like,
Yeah.
Correct. That's what I did. I had the mod set up, so
Yeah.
basically people could search for whatever songs they were looking for, as long as there was a beat map made for it.
Yeah.
They were able to play it. But I pre-downloaded 240 songs anyway.
Yeah,
that were meant to be like
nice.
some of the best that the app had. So that went on for quite a bit. That was
Did
good.
you what about this? Like any single player ones you liked or you tried yet? Or
I don't think we tried it there, but I actually tried on the Monday with Alex as well. Came over. We were playing a bit of what is Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
So, and that's like probably one of the most immersive and like real story-driven VR games to come out yet. Like it's made by Valve themselves, right? It's made by the boys who make Steam. And we played a bunch of that, and that was just getting really, really, really like detailed and very story-driven. But there was so much you could do with it. It was
Yeah,
a
you can
lot
just
of
pick
fun.
up like
And
everything and crazy.
Yeah, it was so intuitively made, and we thought some part of it was janky, like fucking just stupid, and then all of a sudden we just accidentally moved our hand up, and we're like, oh my god, this is the smartest system ever.
We couldn't work out a menu system. We're like, this is stupid, and then it's like, oh wait, nah, it's smart.
We thought it was like scrolling, and it wasn't at all.
Yeah, they've definitely come a long way. I don't think I'm ready for it. I think I want it on the next level.
Yeah, you want the top. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
I see that for sure, absolutely.
I do like the puzzle ones are pretty fun. There's like
that's what this game has. It has a lot of very like puzzles that can only be done in like a 3D space. If you were playing this with your mouse and keyboard, you would it'd be the biggest pain in the ass, and that was really cool.
My friend in Italy had one, and it was an escape game. So he was stuck in a car.
I Expect You to Die. We played a bit of that on Sunday
night.
That one, yeah.
He was stuck in a car.
You're a secret agent, and you're
So was it getting gassed or something? Or
there was gas in the plane, and so like you had to if you wanted to
I was struggling actually. I was like,
it's really hard.
You do struggle because it really it's very creative, and you kind of do die a lot to try and survive. But we played like 3 or 4 levels of that. I think there's only 6 or 5.
There's about 6.
But they were getting progressively fun. We had mainly one person being the person in the VR, being the driver, having fun with it, and he was hilariously rushing through stuff. He was new to it. It was the first time really diving into it, and he's a big fan of VR. So no, it was hilarious to watch. And once you've done them, you kind of know the way. But it'd been long enough that a lot of us didn't really know, or we couldn't quite remember how to do some of the small things in it. But
do you think it's something you'll keep like for a long time, or do you reckon you'll like use it, maybe get sick of it and get rid of it?
I don't see myself ever, I guess, getting rid of it. Only because I got it for a real cheap price, which I guess maybe I could resell it for a higher price. But no, I'm the kind of person that when I buy something, I tend to keep it. That's why I bought the Vive, which is one of the better versions of VR.
Yeah,
so that way, as games come out and get more
Does that
immersive.
one have the things where you set up the cubes?
Yeah.
Yes, and right now I have them up here about 8 feet tall and 8 feet tall there, so just the whole room.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just like every time I feel like it's something you get, they'll use heaps at the start or when people come around, and then it just becomes like a novelty almost.
I mean,
it definitely is that, and it becomes a novelty, and it will fade away. I mean, I do plan on playing Beat Saber a lot.
It's pretty good. It's fun.
And I kind of almost bought it purely for that, so I guess I could have bought a cheaper one. But this does having the 4-room sensors and the controllers that the Vive have makes a lot of the games that are out there now like just a bit. I don't know if better is the right word. Just some of the controller mechanics in it, like other controllers can be a bit dicky with. So there's certain games like Super Hot, which is that one where you got to move every time you move, the game moves. So you can kind of like plan your strategy. It's like a puzzle game, except you're getting shot at, basically. With these controls, you can actually kind of like some controllers, some VR systems, it's hard to throw stuff because as soon as you put it behind your head, it disappears. Because the room is tracking from above, it's like it still keeps track of it. So you can actually really do it sounds stupid, but you can do throwing mechanics, a bit more complex stuff. You can sort of turn around to grab shit, and it's not like where'd you go. So I like it for that. I mean, I do see myself potentially using it less and less. But right now, the way I have it set up, I kind of have the VR ready to go on a moment's notice, which I think helps how much I would play it.
Yeah, use it.
Versus if
pack it up and.
A lot of people can only play it in their living room and stuff, and it's like, especially because the whole thing of the Vive is it does require, like you're saying, 2 sensor setup. Like I have to plug in 3 things and then plug the headset in and have 3 different cords going into my PC that go into the headset. Like it's a whole thing to set up. I've gotten pretty fast at it. If I take it to anyone's house, I can set up in about 10 minutes. I can have it set up with my PC. But yeah, having those sensors pre-set up and shit, it just makes it like I can really just plug it anytime I want. I click VR, put the headset on, and I'm there in it. And I think that makes a big difference because, like you said, a lot of people only like have the room in their living room per se. But it's hard to say what I'll do with it. I think it's slowly be one of the things where, like, right now I just have a bunch of VR games on my wish list. Like ones that I really want to play, they're meant to be really good, but they're just still pricey. Or maybe if they're not even special, I just go time for a new game.
Yeah.
I'll buy that, and that'll do me for it.
Yeah.
Which is literally how I treat like the PS4. When I had it, the way I've had the PS4 for the last 2 years is literally being
play it all the time.
Most of the time it gathers. Right now it's not even with me. I haven't had the PS4 since November. So someone else is using it.
I was always like, I'm always on the PS Plus, like what's free.
Oh yeah.
Like, if there's something good that comes on free, I'll play.
Well, I straight up stopped paying for PS Plus because that's how little I was using it.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Because it's like $70 a year. I don't touch it.
Has it gone up? I know it was 60.
Yeah, I think it's gone up now. Like it used to be 70, and then it was. Yeah, I think it's 80 now.
Oh, yes.
I think it was 69, then now it's 79.
I remember it being 69.
Yeah, it's gone up. It's gone up.
Definitely cancel that. Because I don't even use like PlayStation anymore.
Well, that was my thing as well. I only brought it back whenever I realized I'd rather pay the more expensive than pay it like monthly. Like if say a game comes out that we want to play, then we play it in a month and I cut it out.
Well, if you think about it, it's kind of worth it if you do play those games you get for free.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. The issue is that because I play games enough, I've normally bought whatever game it is at full price because I wanted to play it there and then. You just don't know what their catalog is going to be. Sometimes they have absolute, really like amazing games.
Yeah.
And you're like
garbage.
See, I use it a lot for like the cloud saves and stuff like that.
The cloud saving is the only part of it I really do miss. That was really handy.
What do we got? Oh, we got some really good stuff this week or this
What is
month.
it this month?
There's like 2 PlayStation 4 games and they got a PS5 game, but the PS5 game's that new Oddworld game, like the remake.
Yeah.
And the PS4 is Days Gone and
Yes, you see,
see.
Days Gone is an example of what is like literally a AAA game. It had mixed reviews that then became positive reviews, but to play that game for free, well, free, quote unquote, it is pretty insane. Like that's, but again though, PlayStation Plus to me loses its value in my mind. I mean, even though I think Days Gone is a PlayStation exclusive, when you have things like Xbox's Game Pass, which means I can play on my PC.
That thing's really good.
I think with the PS5, they should have done something different, like, because it is going into a subscription-based system now. Like that's where it should be going. Paying $5 a month or whatever it is,
and you have access to a giant library of games, and then you kind of just stop.
Yep. Got to get a Days Gone stream apparently. Yeah, look, see how we go, mate.
No, we need that story. Oh, what was that story game that we played that was always scary?
Until Dawn?
Yeah, Until Dawn. But now there's I know it's not as good, but they brought out the new one.
The newer ones.
Yeah. The ocean on the boat.
Do a full playthrough of those ones. The
full
Dark Pictures anthologies.
I just remember that being, no one touched the controller. Just whack it.
Yeah, that sounds good. We should do that. Are they on Steam? Because that'd be the easiest way to do it.
I think they're on Steam, yeah.
Because, that'd be easiest, and then we can just stream it on Discord and
But yeah, so I don't see myself selling the Vive. That's just because it's how I am as a person.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it works, it works. I mean,
I never sold mine.
Now, so.
Mine just broke. That's why I stopped. Like I had mine for like a year or 2, and it was really good. Like it was not really good. It was alright, and then like it just stopped working. And I was
It's obviously like super expensive for people to get the stuff, but if we had like you guys also had your own VR, and then we're like logging on and playing VR together, because you can do Beat Saber multiplayer, but I'm talking like
there's a lot of
Pavlov, which is Counter-Strike together. That would be insane. To play that tactical, and we're all just there.
Reload each other's guns and stuff.
Do you reckon,
I think you can. Like, here's a bag.
You definitely can.
Yeah, see, that's insane.
Do you reckon the Australian servers would be alright though?
Yeah, they're fine.
Straight away, us have being free people would create a server that like you'd get 5 or 6 people jump in on, because that's what happens. There's normally 2 or 3 Asia Pacific servers for you to play on, but straight away, so we become free people, so we make our own server. Straight away, someone goes, "Oh, there's already free people," and then it will fill up.
We had a good conversation about that actually Thursday night. It was pretty funny.
About what?
I don't remember.
Like having these VR, like because there was these older generational people, and they were talking about VR and how you can like how people dress up as like sex dolls. Whatever character they want. And they go in there and just, jack it or whatever they want to do.
And they'd be absolute weird units. Yeah, I have not downloaded VR chat just because I don't feel
I like how that's where you went straight to it. Don't worry about all the sex games, just go straight to VR chat.
Yeah, that's what
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I kind of do want to just go in as a Batman avatar and just yell that shit out. Where's the bomb? And just be a fucking dickhead for an hour and a half till I lose my voice.
I remember on Thursday you like so overdid that fucking voice. You were just screaming on the top of your lungs.
That's what he does.
Where is she?
Yeah, that's how the voice is done.
I'll never forget the college humor skits.
Oh, they are amazing.
Fuck.
Oh,
I totally forgot about those.
Yeah, right.
Batman
Go back and watch them, because I hadn't watched them in ages, and I watched them, and they still made me laugh.
Right.
They hold steady. Just when he thinks he's putting them all to sleep.
I just remember like he had like the bomb. He's like he's like look at the fucking bomb. Oh, it's fucking funny.
That's the part that you find funny.
Well, I'm trying to remember like the scene. The scene I'm thinking of is like with Bane and the girl.
Yeah.
And, like she stabs.
She double crosses him. But we totally had sex.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, I smell your patties. Whatever the fuck he said. I don't know.
He's like, this suit, not a lot of breathing room, sweat's down there. And Bane's like,
he's like, I don't need to hear this.
Fuck.
I might go watch it later tonight.
Oh, how good.
Jesus.
Give me a good laugh.
Right. Unreal. You're crazy, mate. You're crazy.
I was just gonna say,
Hmm.
and you did the same thing, Alex. You went out with some friends Saturday, and then. What did
Oh,
you do
this
Easter,
weekend.
mate?
Yeah. Obviously, I went up with you guys on Thursday night, stayed there, came back, went out for dinner on Friday for a birthday.
Oh,
Fucking
sushi, right?
yeah, had some sushi.
Was the sushi good?
It was actually pretty good. All you can eat, mate. All you
What were
can
you
eat.
eat? Like, what was your favorite there? Like chicken or?
You know what? They did some really good, like the karaage chicken. Like that
Yeah,
stuff's
okay.
usually pretty good. I try not to get it because it's usually quite heavy, but with them it was actually really light. It's quite light, so I was surprised.
What about the fish?
Pretty good. Their salmon rolls were a bit weird because they put crab meat in it. I really don't like crab meat.
You don't like crab meat?
Nah.
Usually crabs are pretty popular.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Crabs to me, I'm not big on, but as well, like when you use the crab meat, like it's also got the mayonnaise, like that seafood fucking mix. I hate it. It's just creamy. It's like ugh.
So alright, so if you had like crab, prawns, lobster, like do you like any of those?
Yeah. Look, so prawn I don't mind. It's okay, but I'd rather just not eat it. Crab, not a
Nah,
big
just
fan.
not.
And lobster to me is just like wet chicken. So I mean, I can have a little bit of it, but I'm just like
A lot of people
just
talk
have
shit
chicken.
about lobster.
Wet
Like,
chicken.
It's just wet chicken.
Oh,
It
is a
is.
bit. It is a bit. I actually like it the most just because it's like meaty. Like,
Yeah,
you can
it's
just
very
get into
meaty.
it.
Very
But it's
meaty.
also a bit flavorless. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Well, that's
like
why I mean it tastes like someone's literally like washed the chicken breast and gone,
and
yeah,
like,
here you go,
that
have it.
that doesn't make sense. Like what you had raw chicken, have you?
Yeah, who hasn't, mate? So good. Nah, dude, fuck.
Wet, ch-
I'm just
wet
saying, like,
chicken.
I'm saying, like, you know,
Fucking plane you living on, mate.
it just, I
Wet
don't know. To
chicken.
me, it's got that almost like a chicken texture to it.
Have you ever had crocodile before?
Nah, not crocodile.
Fucking good.
Yeah.
I had salt and pepper crocodile once. Had like the texture of like squid.
Yeah.
Did you have that here, or did you have that in
I
some
did have it. It
foreign?
was at Fringe a couple of years ago
Oh.
on
I
that
had
main street
crocodile at
there.
the fringe. Jesus.
But
Was it
like,
tough or like?
well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like squid, you know, like calamari.
Yeah,
which
so a
is
bit rubbery.
not a bit rubbery,
Yeah.
but it tasted like chicken
Mm.
almost. Had like a chicken
Probably
taste.
because they fed it chickens for its entire life.
I'm not saying it tastes like chicken, but it was a similar
Yeah, I know what
kind
you're
of
saying.
flavor, I guess.
Yeah, bit like lobster.
Flavor.
Bit like
It
dry
sounds like it
lobster.
tastes like chicken. It's a bit like dry lobster, you know, that wet chicken.
Mm.
Look, I don't know. Boys, actual disgrace putting crab meat on salmon roll.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking. It was the weirdest thing. Like, it was.
It is weird.
I don't know why they do it. Like, I just want it to taste like salmon. I couldn't taste any of the salmon because all I could taste was fucking mayonnaise from the crab meat. It's
You
weird.
see, they just put mayonnaise, right, without anything. Isn't that what they usually
Yeah,
do?
they use. Oh, they'll do like sometimes they put like fucking cucumber or something like that
Yeah.
because it's not that much flavor. But whatever.
Bit of avocado.
Yeah, avocado even. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of
Asparagus.
weird. Whatever. Everything else is really good. But yeah, what else did I do? Fucking.
Easter Sunday, man. Well, for you, it's not Easter.
Oh well, Saturday I hang out with Jake with some mates. Sunday I drove up to. I've got a little holiday house along the beach. Drove up there, met up with the family. That was nice. Drove back that night, and then Monday I just did fuck all. Hung out with Jake. That was it.
We
Spent
don't
a
see
lot of
each
time
other
with Jake.
much.
Saw him Thursday. Saw him
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, I saw you
Saturday.
last night as well.
Not Sunday, but Monday. Yeah. Seeing him tonight after this. Probably go to the gym or
And the
something.
only reason Sunday didn't happen is because of how late you got back.
And the only
It was
reason
like-
I didn't see Jake was because I was late.
What's happening Sunday? A mad orgy or something?
Yeah.
No,
didn't get the
just
invite?
where I had the VR set up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The Sunday morning, because I stayed the night. They're talking about it. I was like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'll probably be hanging out with Alex before, you know, play a bit of VR and shit. They're like, oh, where are you going to do that? I was like, well, obviously, like, mine or his. They're like, oh, you can do it here. And I'm like, you guys got like a dinner thing. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, nah, it's lunch. I'm like, you want to play more VR, don't you? And he's just like, yes. And I'm like, all right, I'll keep it here.
Champ.
And then, so that's why we ended up being there.
Yeah,
Otherwise, Alex and I could have gone on to some stupid time.
ridiculously
Not
stupid.
us. When we don't have work the next day, which is rarer and rarer nowadays.
Tell you
Yeah.
what, like when I was away, like I was so tired, like all the time. I don't
Yeah?
know why. Like even like I was skiing and whatnot, like and that kind of
Just
doubted me.
falling asleep mid ski.
Oh, no way. That was fucking so hard. I was impressed. Like
You look like a natural, mate.
took me 3 goes to get up. I was with this with one of the extended family guy,
Hmm.
extended family person, and he was like literally a pro.
Like he's a
pro.
family guy.
And like I was meant to be going out by myself, and I was just looking at him, and he's like, "I'll come out with you." I was like, "All right." And he was just giving me tips, and he was like pulling me up a little bit, helping me up, and finally got it. And it was just like doing a leg workout because you're like got to bend your knees a little bit.
Right.
But like the second time I tried, I went to just stand up, and my whole body just went. Because like you're holding on, and the bone just pulled me straight down because I stood up too quick.
So you fall forwards or backwards? Sorry.
I think I fell forwards, I believe. But it was weird. It's so weird because like, so when you're holding the bar, you can't pull it in because as soon as you pull
You
it,
kind of need to keep that angle, right? So you gotta have it extended out, so you're kind of like leaning, right?
well, sort of, but it's more that it creates slack in the line. So when it
Oh,
creates slack and you pull it, it then like jaggers. So then you just like you're doing like this.
At
like
some
you're
point,
going-
of jolt. Yeah, right.
you're like, yeah, you're jolting. And like, because I actually nearly had it the first time, and then I actually like in my head because it's a bit like because when you're leaning back, it's like a natural thing to like grab it and just pull.
Bring it closer to you because your arms are getting sore.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing it much, but I was doing it a little bit, but then it just ended up fucking me. But
wow.
the third time, I got up and I was doing it for about 3-5 minutes until we turned around, and we just hit waves, and I was just like bang, bang, bang. But it was fun. Like I don't know. I did a bit of kneeboarding as well for the first time.
That sounds
which was
alright.
good.
Eventful weekend, mate.
Very.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, you'll be sore tomorrow."
Nah,
Ah, you
built
built
different.
different.
Built different.
I literally said that to one of them. I was like, "I'm built different. Like, it's nothing.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about Tony. Don't worry about it." I
Was
swear.
that after the third time to get up? I'm built differently.
I'm
Just
built
face blood
different.
twice.
To be fair, it did hurt. Like my foot hurts a bit because I like rolled it when I fell down.
Yeah, falling in the water, yeah.
Yeah, I went down pretty hard.
Yuck.
But
Oh, shit.
these some of these guys are crazy. Like,
They were just doing it. They were doing it for years.
they were doing barefooting.
Yeah, what the fuck? Doesn't that hurt?
Apparently not.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I think if you do it a lot, it does. Like it just like wears the body down. But like the whole point of it is the boat has to be going pretty quick for you to be able to glide. So when you're
Right.
using a wakeboard or skis, like that floats. So we don't float. So they're got to be going extra quick for you to be like gliding on the water.
Just got a
'Cause
Snapchat from Trade.
Even when the boat stops, like they will literally keep going for like 2 seconds or something, like on their ass, just flying across the water.
I just want to quickly pause this just to show what Trade has made. One of our fans. He's very big on Photoshop. Loving it.
Who is Trade?
Who is Trade? Yeah, he's you can't see it. Hold on.
If you get in enough, it'll focus.
So it's me and Jake, just a weekend away.
You guys look ripped.
Yeah, well, Alex looking a bit more ripped than me, but whatever.
I'm just
That's
posing.
fine.
I'm just flexing.
All right, yeah, I'm natty, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll probably post that to the Instagram later, so you guys can see it in all its glory and share amongst your friends.
This is what a
Thank you.
weekend with us looks like.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
again.
Come
Who is
on.
Trade? Big shout out. Big shout outs. Love your work.
Yeah, he's done well for himself.
He's a big
No,
fan of
at a
ours.
reasonable
Bit of
time,
a
you can watch
wasted,
it live.
wasted talent, I reckon.
Man, as long as he's happy.
As long as he's happy, but I think a big company needs to pick him up for his editing skills.
100%, bro.
Oh, you know what he just needs to be? He could just be like one of those fucking trendy companies that just uses him as
Yeah.
a social media.
Just
fucking-
social media marketing, Matt. That's it.
Legit. Like,
Yep.
because even TikTok now are doing like stupid ads, like ironic ads.
I feel like Trade would pop off on fucking TikTok.
100%. You know what? It's not even about the skills. It's about the ideas, mate. Yeah,
Oh, that's the point.
kiss
Yeah,
his-
Trade
kiss his
Trade
shoe,
comes
mate.
out with this creative idea in 30 seconds. Like you'd be out for dinner with him, and all you say one line, all of a sudden he's like, "I have an idea." Speakers away without saying a word to you for 2 minutes and sends the perfect joke.
Yeah.
And you're like, "How'd you do this so quickly?" He's like, "Yeah."
Love your work, mate. Keep it up.
He's
Don't ever
an-
change.
He's an impressive individual, and I might
He
say
is.
a top one at that.
Oh, I'll give him that.
Honorary
I'll give him
top
that.
individual for sure.
Mhm.
One
Honorary.
day he'll display his portfolio for us on an episode. He can
We'll have him on our
reveal some
guest
of his
artist.
proudest works.
Guest artist. He
segment.
does. It's like, you know, those shows where they like talk about you and then draw a painting. We'll be talking to him about our life, and he's sitting there doing a Photoshop on his phone.
That what is it? Who does it? Arn.
Ando, yeah,
Arndo.
he's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
them. Yep, unreal.
Oh, he's a legend, that bloke.
Yeah, he's alright. He's
Yeah.
good. He's a good bloke.
Have you seen his painting? He's like an incredible painter.
It's just
That's
what we're talking about, mate.
That's what the show is. He paints, really,
Yeah,
really
sorry,
beautiful.
fuck, yeah, right. I wasn't listening for a second.
Wait, before I
It's
forget,
good. Yeah.
what you were going to tell us something about the caravan? You never told me.
Yes. Yeah. So the parents have a caravan. Obviously not the same one we were in. That was from a sponsor. But
Worth it, trade, worth it.
yeah, because we took that down to the river. Well, my parents used that.
Mm.
I had a swag. But yeah, it was unreal. Like, did everything it needed to do. Because like obviously they had the shack, which was, and we just parked. It was
Just
parked
next to
behind
it,
the
yeah.
shack. And yeah, my parent, we used it for cooking. Like, it has a gas stove, has an oven. My parents used the shower, and they were like, it's unreal. Like boiling water was coming out of the taps. It was
Wow.
pretty good. But yeah, and apparently it was pretty comfortable to sleep in as well. Aircon was pumping as well. That was good.
Like,
Wow,
hope they use it, mate.
I mean, the only thing was the toilet.
Mm.
What toilet's bad?
It was broken.
Oh, did they know it was
Like,
broken?
No.
Right.
They
And
learned the hard way.
someone-
Did they learn like with a number
Yeah.
one or a number two? How'd they learn?
Well, I actually don't know, but all I
that makes a
remember is
big
Dad
difference.
I just remember Dad going in there just mopping everything because it just overflowed. I think
Oh.
yeah, something to do underneath.
You need to like
That's not good.
open up a hatch or some shit.
Yeah, probably something like
but,
that. Fuck.
I don't think he could fix it, but it was pretty funny. I was like,
I mean, it's funny, but it's unfortunate.
yeah, I don't know why they didn't just use the fucking toilet
Yeah.
that everyone else was using. I think they maybe just wanted to give it a crack. See what
Yeah,
it's
fair
like.
enough. I mean, you spend money on a toilet, you want to use it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
it's their private toilet, It's a decent toilet as well. It looks
Oh, sure.
big, comfortable. Can't complain.
An expert.
But
Thanks,
yeah,
Kenny.
I just want to say, like, I was impressed. Like, definitely better than their last caravan they had. Like, plenty of room to move around and stand up and sit down. And,
It's just caravan number two.
yes. They had a camper van last time, which is the one that kind of
The
like
pop
folds out.
ones. Okay, yeah.
Oh, was it? I can't remember if it was a pop up.
They've got those pop top ones where
But
it's
it
like
was the
super
one where
low.
like it folded out,
Mm.
and then that.
Oh,
made
it has
into a bed.
the.
Yeah. But it
They
was
have like
just
the fold
shit.
out pergola as well.
I think so, yeah. But it was just shit. It was just a metal box, uncomfortable. I don't even think it had a kitchen in it.
Oh, Jesus.
Just the sleeping quarters.
It was literally, just a sleeping quarters, and everything was kind of for outside. Like, it had all the shit outside. Like, it'd have like a fold-out table or a pantry and stuff. That's what
Ah.
it was. Yeah. So you'd set out your like gas stove outside and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, look,
But
not
yeah, even
ideal.
the fridge, the freezer was good. It was just good.
Hmm.
Couldn't complain. Couldn't complain.
Money
Just
well
tops,
spent,
mate.
mate. Well,
Yeah, well, for the moment,
Caravan.
yeah. See how they feel, but yeah.
See what happens. Oh, good.
don't even know how expensive caravans are.
Oh, $20.
Expensive.
Didn't we have
Is it-
we had a sponsor, didn't we?
We had
Yeah,
a sponsor,
they're not-
but we got it for free, so we don't have a
Yeah.
price list.
So yeah, I was talking to a guy, and apparently, like, they're just in such high demand right now.
Yeah.
Because
So
all
they're
anyone
actually-
can do.
Yeah, and like, especially if you buy them brand new, I think they're upwards of 80K.
That's a bit of money. That is a fair amount of money.
Holy shit, no kidding.
Am I right?
Yeah, I'm seeing 73k, I'm seeing 57, I'm seeing 45.
Is that even
2021
brand new?
new age Manta rate 71 drive away, so you know. And then for a 2017, which looks modern as fuck,
So it's pretty in perspective.
$56,000.
I mean, I'll say it on stream because it was a long time ago, but the first one my parents owned, when I was saying it's dog shit, I think it was in the 60Ks.
Fuck.
Insane.
And it was, I don't know why, it was Australian made, but it was like it was for Outback. That's what it was kind of intended for.
What's the difference?
This one here is a proper motorhome, and we're talking $167,000 for a 2017 that's done 8,000 Ks on
Yeah,
it.
but that's kind of a car as well.
It's an expensive thing to do, but
Sure seems.
Yeah, it's a car as well.
if you enjoy it, if you get good use out of it.
Bro, it's like a nice leather interior in it. It looks like a nice like limo cabin.
Some are insane. Like, I think Zac Efron had like a mint one because he's in Australia right now.
Yeah,
It
of
even has the
course.
classic chairs that spin around on the driver's chairs. It like spins, so you
He's
can spin
one
back
from,
and
like,
chill
was
with
it
people.
Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the one that he has? That thing was mental.
Yeah, fair point.
I was gonna say, Jake, don't you have a question for us? I think we all have a question.
I'm happy to go first, mate.
I think Jake sounded interesting because he didn't know how to answer it himself.
I'm not sure. There's many routes you can go. So I'll take it right. So say money doesn't matter, right, in this scenario.
Okay.
So in terms of your pay, neither does like your skills or qualifications. Like if you want it, you got it, and it's just like a flat pay. Like, everyone would get paid the same amount, no matter what option you picked. What is like your favorite like job, or like what would you want to do like for a job or career? And you are working like the full, maybe not 9 to 5. Maybe it's a job that is meant to be overnight, but you are doing you're doing the 5-day work week.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, well, I was about to say comedian, but that doesn't really fit that profile. Does it?
I
If you
mean,
think you can do it,
you're already doing it now, mate.
you can definitely look, you can definitely do it. You'll get into any place you want. They're like, yep, cool, you can have this arena, but you're not going to get paid anymore for having that arena. And also, you will probably bomb. You're not going to suddenly become a funny comedian.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna have
still, you're getting
access
paid
to
either
it.
way, aren't you?
Like if you need certain technical skills to do a certain job, like say you want to be, I don't know, even like an astronaut, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, you'll pass the training, like no worries, and you'll know how to flip switches and do all the whatever I don't know how to do because I'm not an astronaut.
This good. Well, I was gonna go that route, but then you kind
I
of.
think comedian. No, I think comedians
you
have to do an answer.
Oh, it is, but it's definitely very different because it's not like something you do 5 days.
It's
a
not
week.
it's not like a. Yeah, if you tour a bunch, like you're still touring, and
Yeah,
like
so
a lot of
you
time,
have-
a lot of your time is writing.
He is gorgeous, and it's not like you have other people to compare with in terms of like someone
Thanks,
right
brother.
next to you doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I'm not thinking of an office job. Like some part of me kind of thinks like it'd be cool to be like an exotic sort of like.
Can I just
zookeeper.
say this question goes for chat as well? If anyone's keen to pipe in.
Yeah, chat. Feel free to answer.
Also,
We'll
because
debate
I'm not
if it's
sure of
stupid
the
or not.
answer yet.
Something that would involve me like interacting with people,
Mm.
definitely, and maybe something that involved traveling.
Okay. You know
That
what?
would be a fun one.
The
You want to be a flight attendant?
flight attendant. Yeah. I was gonna say a traveling salesman.
No, traveling
I
sales.
don't know. Like, I think it was like my knowledge of actual jobs isn't that great.
No, I agree. Mine is I don't know a wide range, but if you think of something that's like what's a really cool thing or fun thing to do.
Even
But
like I'm
it's actually
thinking like
as
the
a
stuff
job.
I've been applying for, like jobs in the government in terms of like the political area, but working on the ground level
Yeah.
seemed actually really interesting to me. Where you're thinking of like ideas and stuff to implement into the policies and shit. To me,
See,
that sounded real like interesting.
Okay.
So I had something at the start of my head. I was thinking something like being a zookeeper at some like really exotic place, and just
Yeah.
like chilling out with like wild, crazy animals the entire time. And you're just like, this is my job, and it doesn't pay pennies. It pays like a good amount, right? Like that's the whole point of this. Is the money doesn't really matter. Like your income is fine. You're some rich billionaire who's like, oh, I got to do something 5 days a week. It's court mandated.
Fair enough. Fair
but
enough.
now I sit there and I go, it'd be kind of like, I think it'd be cool to be like a detective as well.
That would be cool, actually.
I sit there and I
It'd be
legitimately
traumatic
think if I
though.
had-
It'd be
I
traumatic.
used to think like I don't know how hard it is, but I feel like younger me used to think being a detective was like going to be like way hard to get into.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I thought the same.
if I took that pathway from the age that I could have, I feel like I could have gone into that role at an acceptable age. But I used to legit think like, oh, no, that's not a thing that happens. Like, good luck
Yeah.
with it. You know, you have to be 40 years on the force.
I thought you'd
and
have to be
maybe we'll
fucking
consider it.
Sherlock, bro. Like,
Yeah, I thought I legit
Yeah.
thought you had to be the smartest person of all time. You had to be
I
some
think you
gifted
do have to
person.
be like considerably smart.
You do need, like,
You
obviously
do.
you need to use it on the
You
job.
do.
I hope I feel like
Stop.
the thing the traditional route is you are like a police
Actually,
officer
maybe not
and
even
you apply
smart.
for it.
It's like
You
putting
need the
things together,
experience.
and like it's a puzzle. You know, like at the end of the day, it's a puzzle.
I guess.
Most things.
Yeah, you
putting
need problem
things
solving
together.
skills.
Hmm.
But I do
And
have an answer actually.
locking one in. I can't lock one in. There's too many options.
So like Secret Service, like I think Australia has ASIC, ASIC, I think.
Well, not that
ASIC.
secret.
Yeah.
ASIC, yeah. I reckon that'd be cool.
That would be
like,
kind of cool,
ASIC or
actually.
ASIS. You can apply for that actually if you have a degree. I nearly applied for it, but it was going to put me in the ACT, and I was like, no, thank you. But it was on my mind for like a year and a half. I was like, yeah, I think I'm actually going to apply for this.
We do have some good suggestions
I
in
applied,
chat.
I applied for them. I've applied for fucking everything.
Do I want to be a streamer? Actually, no, that is another one that I thought too. Money wasn't
Bad.
an option. Being
Yeah.
an actual streamer would be amazing, but also my other thing was being a streamer. I mean, I know some of them do like 5 days a week, but I'm thinking what the average streamer would do, right? Which is like they're doing their 8-hour days, sometimes 10-hour days, right?
I mean,
8
yeah.
would be the minimum. I sit there and I go, that's cool, but I feel like I'd like to be a streamer more if like you guys were also streamers.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
you
that's
have
the
that,
thing. It's a
yeah.
nice community sort of thing. You
You have
support
a
each
group.
other. Yeah.
Because they're the kind of people, and this is what I have like the same like you see it with musicians and shit as well. Those careers take up their entire life, and the people they hang out
Yeah,
with are
they're all
just their work
musicians. Yeah.
colleagues. That's all they have time to actually hang out with.
Hmm.
That's why they get along so well, and it's like that's the only way to do it.
Mm.
Oh, well-
And that's what Twitch streamers are too. All their
Yeah.
friends become people who are like streaming. They have like off, obviously they have people that they see at night and shit. People who don't Twitch stream and shit. But it's like when you're with those people, especially with the nature of streaming, it's something that's meant to be. It's a fun
Yeah.
experience, right? It's not like slaving away focusing on this. Like you're literally just there to entertain. Like, it's like
Yeah.
comedians hang out with comedians and shit. Like it's because like that's the gig.
Fair
Who
enough.
else would you hang out with? You do weird hours. But I've constantly thought of being like I would drop it if like it's affordable. If it was like 45K a year, I'm like done.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
22 days.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish it was a bit easier as well to get into, as in like it takes so long to get a following, even if you do get a following. Like
Well, it's funny. That's because of how
Yeah.
easy it is to get into. When every
Yeah.
single person in the world can do it, it's like you
yeah,
just
the
have
That's
entry
it, yeah.
requirements are nil.
the low barrier for entry. Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I hate.
yeah.
You don't even need a mic. You don't
That's
even need
what-
that. You don't even need to be like
That's
seen.
why I hate. Like it used to be a factor of the personality, and you don't need like a lot of equipment or high tech to entertain people. But I think it's actually shifting to like people want to see you using good equipment, high quality streams.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
I've definitely noticed a trend. Whether
Hmm.
it's become more affordable, maybe that might be why.
I think it's.
But,
I think what happens is people at home can now watch on better and nicer stuff.
Yeah.
Like back in the days of YouTube before Twitch, if something was 1080p, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
You
And
still
it was like,
watch
and
them.
sometimes it was like, it was common, no matter where you were, you would press that fucking, that settings wheel and you would drop it down to 720p because often it would not be loading in 1080p video.
Bro, I was just dropping straight to 480.
Well, that's what people did. Yeah, 480 was the other
Yeah,
popular one, right? Because
always
360 was
watch
bad there, but 480
Yeah.
was like, the
Oi.
audio wasn't dog shit.
You see that? We just got something in the
Tony.
tip jar.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Hudson. We love you. You're our first official donator. I just wanted to make sure that jar worked.
Insane. All right, I'm buying a new mic.
That's it.
We've
It's
got
got to
the
happen.
money, we've got
Who's-
the money.
That's going straight to the microphones, that.
$800 mic coming up.
There we go. There we go. Thank you, Hudson.
Speaking-
I've been $1 short.
Speaking of streaming briefly, Ludwig
Mm.
is at
Yes, I was talking about
he's
this today.
at
actually,
22
with somebody.
days now, or something like that. It's insane. Was he
Yeah.
22 days, 13 hours, or
Fuck.
14 hours now? Because at 48 minutes at the time before we recorded. Insane. It's at a point where the clock that goes down. I was watching it at some point today, and it was at 50 seconds, and I was like, "Oh my god, this might actually be it." Because it wasn't even him on stream; it was some other guy. 'Cause he was
Yeah,
asleep or
yeah.
some shit. And then out of nowhere, some guy donated 100 subs, and it dropped up to 20 minutes. I'm like, "Fuck it,
Typical.
no point." 8 hours later, I click on it. It's at 2 minutes. Suddenly goes up to 9. I'm like,
Surely at some point he'll just end it. Like if it just
Yeah.
goes.
he's maxing out at 31 days. Is what he says.
Yeah.
1 month, huh? Fuck. That's
It's
it's a lot of work. I mean, I'd do it if I had 30,000 people watching me fucking do nothing.
He gets 50k
Absolutely.
viewers on average now.
what
He
I'm
is the
saying.
most subbed person on Twitch currently with over 200,000 subs. So
That's
it's
insane.
insane.
It's
But
ridiculous.
anyway, Alex, do you reckon you're close to having some sort of an answer for the question?
Yeah,
Anything
you know
can
what?
think of?
You know what I reckon be fun, right? If you're one of those, like, you're an actor, but you're one of those comedian actor, like comedian turned actor. Like, as soon as Matzo was like comedian, I'm like, I don't know, but then I'm thinking like, there's people like fucking like Kevin Hart or Jack Black and like all those guys, and they just get parts
They
because they're
do
funny
they do
cunts,
really fun roles.
right? Yeah, and they're just like everyone's like on set, they're just having a fun time because, well, that what you see anyway, because everyone sort of thinks they're a fun person. They're like, oh, sick, we've got Jack Black here, no one's taking anything serious in a way. So I think that's kind of, it'd be nice. Be hard.
I bet everyone kind of loves like Jack Black as well. Like
Oh
on
yeah.
set, like
That's the
he's a
thing. There's
real
no
nice
scandals
guy.
about the bloke. Like he's
Yeah.
fucking foolproof at the moment. Like, and he even started that YouTube channel with his kids.
Jablinski.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's
really?
going off.
Unlike Kevin Hart, the cheating bastard.
Yeah, Kevin Hart did call someone a F word at one point in history, but I mean times were different
Look,
in his
he's
defense.
no Chris Brown though, so that's
He's
right.
no Chris Brown. He's no Chris Brown. No comments on Chris Brown.
We have pivoted very quickly to bad.
I was just trying to make weird jokes.
But yeah, no, I reckon that'd be a cool job.
I
Like,
was literally about to say like something like acting would be pretty.
yeah,
fun.
I mean it's a hard gig, and
To
you need a lot of skill.
To be an action star, and then you get to watch it back in cinemas, and you're a
Oh
fucking
mate,
badass.
it's jumping along, fucking.
Who's Goldberg? Is that the guy that just comes in like whenever he wants?
Huh?
He's on Thor, the bad guy in Thor.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Goldblum.
Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yes, Goldblum.
Like that's
You're
the kind
close,
of job you
Goldblum.
want, like where it's like
You're just a character.
you just jump into something.
Yeah.
You're not like the main kind of guy.
I see what you're saying. You're just
You're just kind of like the third guy or fourth.
Yeah,
see what
he went there for 3 days of filming
Yeah.
Yeah.
and had a pretty significant part that everyone was happy to see him in, which is Kevin Hart in half the films now. In Hobbs and Shaw, he was there for 3 minutes. It was well, hilarious.
So yeah, stop yourself there.
Is he in Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah.
On the airplane, he's the
Oh, I don't even
TSA
know
agent
that.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's talking about how it's the three of us, we're all badasses. You're not a badass.
Dude, it's fuck.
movie. Funny. Oh, it's shit, but it's a funny
It's so garbage. It's hilarious.
We've
I
seen
hate
it
the
3
end.
times
Yeah,
now. Oh.
I think I legitimately love it because of how bad it is.
I
I
love
hate the
it.
end where they're like up against mercenaries and they're just using fucking.
We
Oh,
discussed this
nothing.
film either last week or the week before, 100%.
We definitely did.
Oh, fucking joke. Unbelievable.
That was good.
Ah,
Fuck
well.
tops.
Yeah, that was my question for you boys.
Nah,
for
that's
the
good.
week.
That's
Did
good.
you have
It's
a
a good question.
Alex?
Yeah. Just trying to remember what it was.
Didn't you write it down?
Yes, I did actually because I knew I'd forget.
I mean, I kind of have two, but one's a bit controversial.
All right.
Is it like a loaded question or is it just controversial?
It's I don't even know.
Well, you're gonna have to ask it and we'll find out.
It's sort of about relationships and
Love it.
stuff like that.
Love it.
But I also have another one, just like that kind of relates to my weekend.
Well, you can ask them both. My question was, do you find anime trash?
Yeah, of course, man.
I
No,
think it's
fuck
like
you. That's a stupid question. Fucking
I
hell.
think I was listening to
How
a
dare you?
podcast called PKA. I think it might have been there,
Hmm.
and someone
Painful
was
already.
describing it, and you have to remember, like, anime is like there is so many different anime.
There is a lot.
and 80% of it is dog shit.
Yeah.
And you really got to sift through all that to find the good ones.
Well, this has always been, especially like a few years ago. Because I've been watching it on and off since like I don't know 2011, right?
Hmm.
So way back then, or even earlier when it was like on kids' TV, and they made it. One of the things about anime, which is like what's the appeal to it, it was like because it was mostly like Japanese media. For it at the time to make its way to like Australia, Like it's
They're doing
already
something right.
filtered so much. Only the good shit made it out
Yeah.
globally. Like that was kind of the deal. It was like, yeah, here are 5 shows that we can all watch because it's actually dubbed. You can buy the DVDs in
Yeah.
Australia.
Or at
They
least
were
the
all good
marketable
shows.
like
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon I've watched just about every good one. Like just about, I reckon. I'd be pretty.
Yeah.
Like I went through an anime phase, and to this day,
We
could
see
be
behind
over
you, mate.
could be over 200, but well over 100 animes I've watched.
I'm keen to get a list actually because some of them I forget. There are some amazing.
I don't know. Like the thing was, I was at a phase because like a lot of animes
You're
only 12
binging through it.
episodes.
Well, that's my point, right? I've seen a lot of really good ones that were just like almost like mini-series. There's isolated stories, and they had nowhere else to go. The entire point was 12 episodes.
I was going through them, but like with the Japanese names, I didn't fucking remember them. I just looked. I was like, I read the description, and I was like, yeah, cool, watched it. Next one. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Like,
I see what you're
it's
saying.
hard to
Yeah,
keep
it's hard to
track.
remember if the name's like
Yeah,
you don't know. Yeah.
I even went through a drama like slice of life phase. I fucking love it. To this day, I want to watch more. I just kind of been off it.
Clanad, mate. If you want something like that, you want Clanad.
Clanad.
That is,
Might have to
it
give
is one
that
of the
a suss.
funniest and saddest ones I've ever
Clanad.
seen. I don't want to watch it again because of the second season, which is called After Story, or the second part, just got way too sad for me at the end. But it had some really. At the time, I was young when I watched it, but it was really, really. I thought it was really very well done, and it made me laugh a lot. And it had like no action in it. I was watching it just superpower shit.
Yeah. I know the guy as well. Don't worry, Hudson. It was good night, mate. Good night.
Well, I mean, I guess like my outlook on like all that is like I've obviously like I'm not new to anime, but I've always understood it and got the appeal, but I've never really watched it because I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you watch the good ones,
well,
it's like
yeah.
I always, to people that like literally don't even watch like cartoons, I'll be like, try like One Punch Man is always like the go-to.
Yeah.
We're like, look, just watch it.
There's a lot of tropes
Funny.
in anime that you kind of have to like ignore to get to some of the good stuff, especially what's called shonen, which is literally it's meant for male teens.
Yeah.
Like that's the genre. That's where all the big ones are. All One Piece,
that's
Naruto,
sort of
Bleach.
Yeah.
And they'll have shit like they'll have like girls who are meant to be 80 years old or something, and they look 6, and it's like on purpose, like a lolly and shit. And then like women themselves just hypersexualized, like their battle armor is just a bikini. And you're like, all right, I don't need this like fan service, but it's just that's what their audience
Just how
loves.
it is, yeah.
I mean, so yeah, sometimes when you tell someone to watch an anime, and then like the first episodes is the most sus shit ever. So it's hard to find something that like adult only or like Bucky and doesn't care. Bucky does not care how hot women are.
See,
Bucky's just.
I liked that. I liked Baki, right? Like I knew while I was watching it, it was absolute trash, but I loved it because it was like knew about it. Like it was self-aware. Like, all right, we're just fucking beating the shit out of people. Like that's it.
It went over the top.
Way over the top.
That it's so physically impossible. They don't like. It's
the Fast and Furious of anime.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious of anime, bro. That's it. And it was good. Like I loved it. But like whenever someone goes like, "Oh, I don't want to watch anime," like it's kind of trashy. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like I've got no rebuttal. Like the only thing I can really make as a rebuttal is like, oh yeah, but like you've got Akira or you've got fucking I don't know.
Evangelion.
You've got fucking Evangelion.
There's some modern ones as well that are really good.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop, like that thing's unreal. Like there's some great, really, really like artistic animes, but
that one. There's a lot of old animes I just kind of refuse to watch just because I don't like the old style.
Cowboy Bebop is like an exception to the rule, though. It's just
it's just the style just seeps through, bro.
I've watched a few like episodes. I could definitely watch it.
Death Note is actually one of the probably classics. If you're trying to get people, Death Note is most commonly said.
I never finished it because I was like, this is so good. I was like, I don't want to watch it.
it kind of does drop off near the end because they went further than they should have. But no, that's one of the animes that people generally like grab this because one of the things that anime does is because it's from it's Japan, it's a different culture. Some of the creative things they think of, like it's impossible to like no Westerner would have made that up or gone there.
Yeah.
Like especially for time, so that's why you get really unique storylines and because it's all different. And then eventually it all kind of blends in, and then you're watching a series. It's just like, okay, what's your power system?
Yeah.
How does magic work in this world? But like when you're watching your first ones, whatever ones you pick first will end up being your favorites because you're like, this is so well thought out of and insane, and then it's like, it doesn't matter.
I think that's kind of me with JoJo at the moment. Kind of like, oh, all right, yep, cool. They've got superpowers again. All right, like you kind of just get it. Whereas the first time I saw it, I'm like, fuck.
What are they thinking of? How do they think? How do they find something this creative?
Oh my god, so powerful. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, a lot of people don't like an animation medium. They view it straight away as a kids show and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why like they
Yeah.
won't, and that's because what America had for the most time and what we followed really was either A, kids cartoons, or B, it was all humor.
Yeah.
Like only as of like the last 5-6 years did we start doing Netflix like Castlevania and stuff. And it was
Fucking
like
Rick
here's
and
an
Morty's
adult
big now.
animated show. Rick and Morty's big, and that's still comedy driven.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're
also
saying like
Star Wars-
non-comedy, yeah.
Yeah, that's like you got Family Guy, you got American Dad, you got Simpsons. They're
Yeah.
based on cheap animation.
Yep.
But they use animation as a humor medium because when you don't have real people, you can make them do the dumbest shit in the world. You can go absurd with your humor.
Yeah.
And that's always been one of the cool parts about, animation is you can do stuff that can't be done in real life. But yeah, it's been a while since it's been serious.
Which is fair enough.
That's growing. It's getting better.
Anyway.
What was your
Matzo?
first anime that you watched, Jake? Do you know?
So technically, as a kid, it would have been Naruto because they had it on Toasted TV.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I want to say, like, if you mean like the first one I watched
Proper.
from start to finish,
Yeah.
I think it literally was Death Note, and the appeal was that it was only like 24 episodes. I bought the DVDs from someplace.
Is
and
that
was
it?
Like, I had it. It might be like 32 or something.
Wow.
It's pretty,
I thought it was like a really
24
long-running series.
No,
No,
Death Note.
no.
Death
All right,
Note
I'll
isolated.
watch that. I'll watch that.
I'm about to rewatch it. I might be wrong, and it might be 48, but like the first.
Still, that's one
24
season
is,
of
like,
any
yeah,
other show, bro.
But 24 is like the first half, and that first half is insane content to watch. Like it's some of the best TV.
I don't really think it was over 30, but I don't know.
I'm
me,
trying
it
to.
was,
I've actually started it again
37.
out of nowhere because it's on Netflix, so I started it
37.
again.
37 episodes. Is that on
And
Netflix?
I actually-
is it? Oh.
I watch almost all my shows subbed because the Japanese voice actors are generally better.
Yeah.
That show,
Yeah.
Alex, watch it dubbed.
Really?
The English is done really well because, like I'm saying, it came to us like Western so early
Yeah.
that they got like the best dub actors.
Yeah. Well, that's the
best
same
voice
with
actors
yeah.
ever.
Cowboy Bebop. I watched dubbed as well because the voice actors
Yeah.
were great.
And then now what happened was it just became like the same 5 people do all the voice
Yeah.
acting for any American, like any anime.
That's pretty
for
much the way it
dubbed,
goes.
And you're like, okay, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say it would have been Death Note, and then I
Mm.
watched a whole bunch of real small ones that I can't even like remember. Like Guilty
Yeah.
Crown is one I remember the name of, which had a really cool premise where like you pull a gun out of people.
That sounds familiar. I reckon I'm honest.
Yeah, because he had this thing where he could pull like a tool out of a person, and sometimes it was like this amazing weapon.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
and they all
yeah.
had unique abilities. And he was like everyone was a high school kid.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I love how you've just seen every fucking anime.
I've seen a lot.
Well, because I feel like at some point in time I gave him a list,
Mm.
and it was like literally I think I gave you like 50. I think I started one day just at work. I was like, all right, gotta write down every.
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
I had another
I
friend
s-
do that with me. It's
I
like, here's a
remember
list.
like at work when I like kind of started talking to you. I think you might have asked me about like Naruto,
Yeah.
and like one of my friends was trying to get me to
Guilty
watch
Crown
it.
is tops, absolutely
Yeah.
tops. I love
Actually,
it.
you know what? You guys were telling me about it just now. I'm like, "Fuck, this sounds really familiar. I swear someone's like
And
told me
also,
about it.
Future
Ryle's told me
Diary-
about it.
Future
fucking
Diary
rude.
is the other one as well. Future
Ryle's
Diary,
told
when
me
they all have
about that
a
one
phone
too, actually.
That does special ability.
Yeah.
It gets really stupid at the end, or like if you like it, but like the first 3 episodes, like, oh my god, cool concept, and then what anime always does is it goes, and here's the weird shit.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I just can't remember it.
Also,
Guilty
Blast
Crown.
of Tempest is one that I always recommend people to watch. It's like 24
Yeah, that's a
episodes.
good
So I've
one.
watched it. twice.
I like got. To
A lot of
like,
people don't end up
not-
finishing it, but it's
I
a
got to
really
like
cool.
the last couple episodes. I never finished it.
Literally, like the guy's ability is just he has a shield, and he's like, "This is all I can do with it," and he uses it to fuck people up.
A certain magical index I really like as well.
Yeah, Soul
I like-
Eater. Soul Eater is one I
Yeah,
recommend
that's a
because
banger,
it's such a
yeah.
styled.
Yeah, he
Really
gave me the
cool.
piss set for that. It's a shame they didn't make another season.
Oh, I know.
Well, like, and I'm sure they would have written books somewhere.
Yeah, the manga went for a bit longer, and they had power ups and stuff. But yeah, the anime was so stylized. It was like timeless. It would never look bad. And it was Blu-ray as well, actually. So it was.
There's
fine.
so many animes I'll start watching and I'll just stop because I'm like, this is dog shit. Like,
It happens a whole lot.
Yeah. I'm like, sounds cool. Nah. Seen it
Well, because
before.
one of the biggest things is they're all long-running series that start off as books or
Mm.
comic books basically, and then so they don't even like they start animating them, And what happens is sometimes they animate
just not
faster than what
concise
the manga can do, because the manga is
Yeah.
normally is one writer, it's one guy writing a manga and drawing it most of the time. Sasage Classroom is another classic. I haven't finished season 2 yet. I really need to.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Not sure what that is, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, nah, no idea.
I like the original season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that's you know what? It's just timeless, that one, because it's just so weird.
Assassination Classroom, banger. Yeah, love that.
I've heard that's
I'm not
really
gonna
good.
be able to go to that birthday thing. Whoops.
Matt, so you haven't asked your question yet.
Mine was a pretty simple one. It was more like
I can't, Matt. I gotta go to the
you-
gym.
if you had the opportunity to like have a holiday house, would you have one? Like river, shack, which one would you think would be better?
It's hard, it's biased for me because I mean I've had a holiday house and I definitely prefer the beach.
Describe like opportunity there. Like you're saying, like is it like cost? Is it
So
something you have to worry
like
about?
something like you're in your 30s or whatever, and you made you have a house, blah blah blah. Maybe you have kids, and you think we could either go on holiday, do other things, or we could buy a holiday house.
This scenario reminds me of that thing. It's like, okay, son, you are now old enough to marry.
I think it really
you just
depends.
get it for yourself, just for a place to go.
I like the idea of it. For me, it would definitely be a beach place.
Beach is just so
just
relaxing,
because-
bro.
Yeah, I feel like while like being anywhere picturesque is the word I was looking for. Being anywhere picturesque is really like just nice. Like when we were down at Morgan, it was like just
Yeah.
like a river, and it was just calm. But something about seeing the waves of the ocean and being like chilling at a beach, like I never get sick of that. But at the same time though, I would need it with like
Do you see yourself like doing it young or like older?
if I were to do it.
Yeah,
If it was an opportunity that could happen and I could afford it for whatever reason, I would do it like today.
like as soon as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I know I have like you guys as groups of people to come down. Like it'd be a big enough place that I can casually have 10 to 16 people there. Like that would be the goal of it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be like, well, actually, like I'm a single guy, so what I know. But I'm just gonna it's gonna be the wife and kids down. Like that part, I'm like, I want the boys.
Nah, use the boys,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. For me, it's just like watching everything. It like looks like so much effort.
That's the issue, though. You say like opportunity. It's like at a cost wise, I think it sucks dick, especially and where I like it too. Beach as well is just the place, just paint,
So,
just
like,
or salt just destroys
these guys
everything.
have a pretty good setup where they each have a share in the place, so they each own a part of it.
Timeshare.
So,
Basically,
like they all
It's like
use it.
co-op.
That's not bad. You know,
But,
not
like,
a bad
just
way to do it.
bringing everything, like, because I guess once it's set up, sure, like you have everything there, but still, like bringing all your food there, organizing people to go there.
It's a lot of work.
Like, I feel like, yeah, and just
I kind of also actually love like when cause we're going away like twice a year to these sorts of places that we're talking about for a while before COVID hit, and I actually always loved going somewhere different. And I know
Yeah.
some people like had a place and they loved it. 'Cause one of the first places we went to had a pool with an outdoor hot tub attached to like jacuzzi thing attached to the end. That was Normanville. And this jacuzzi was like 10 or 12 people. It was a dope property. The
That
actual
place
house
was
itself-
deluxe.
The house, you think about it, the house itself wasn't that good. We were
I
all
wasn't.
18,
No,
19,
the house was
and we
nice.
didn't
It
care
wasn't
about betting.
big.
Yeah, it wasn't big.
That's
It was a
what it
bit
was.
small. It was most people. I think 8 of us had 8 people were in bunk beds, and there was like 2 double beds, or maybe
Yeah.
3 double beds. And then
They had a
couch.
massive family room though.
giant family room, and then another room that was set up for like a couch and people to chill out, so you could
Yeah.
have like separate shit going
It's
on.
just really nice.
Massive, even with a pool table in it.
The
Insane.
view
You could have,
was
you could have everyone sitting there.
ridiculous. Like,
The view was amazing. The outdoor area
Oh.
was really cool, and then it went down to a nice Infinity Edge pool, which was at the end of Infinity Edge. And it was such a big property.
yeah, it was.
You were like alone, like you didn't have to worry about your noise level at all. Because some of those beachfront properties you end up being like next to people, and you kind of like you have to hope they're not
Well,
there.
that's-
Normally they're good, right? Normally
Yeah.
everyone's down for a party. They know you're gonna be loud. It's
Yeah,
just like
but
after
that's-
midnight, maybe.
that was the thing. Like even where we were, and then where I was, like everything's next to each other. It's all open. Like there's no
Yeah,
only privacy you have is inside the house.
but like I always I just like different places. I like places that have their
Yeah.
own quirks and also like
I
just
like
the
that,
nuances of
same.
each of it. And then it feels
Yeah.
new and refreshing. I had the thing where I feel like if I had one place, and it was like me going back to that place every time, I don't know. feel like if they feel less like a holiday and more like, well, it's this. But at the same time, though, I also find myself feeling different now that I work full time. I'm always just glad to go away.
Yeah, it's just always a breath of
I
fresh
carried
air.
that thought more when I had the free time, where it was like, oh, I could actually just cancel these
Pick
shifts
something
and
and-
go down
yeah.
for a week. Like nowadays, it's like, man, these public holidays are like the biggest. Like I haven't had a 4-day weekend or 5-day weekend, whatever it was.
It is, yeah. I mean, that
Been a
just
while.
comes with getting older, eh?
Yeah, so I feel like at that point, when you don't have the time to go down there all the time,
Mm.
that's when you probably go, no, this is great. I'm glad we have the same spot. I'm glad
Yep.
all my shit's there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but
It's whatever.
There's pros and cons to it.
What was your answer to that, Matzo?
kind of just like the same thing. Just I don't know. Like I just asked my dad. I was like, "What would you like? Could you see yourself doing this?" And he's just like, "I got the caravan. I can go wherever I want." So
Fair enough.
It's a
I
good
don't know,
answer. It's a
like-
good answer.
if I was just loaded up with cash, like yeah, maybe I'll have like a couple. Like go somewhere different each year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't seem like I like it. Like it can be relaxing,
Yeah.
but I also don't see myself going down there often.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So
I don't know. I mean, like I say, with my holiday house, we've had it for
Yonks.
since I was like,
8 was it?
I think 8. Yeah, maybe 8. And like I hated it until I was like just finishing high school, and then I started using it as a way for like me and my friends to go and have drinks
responsible
without.
adults.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Without people around, like it was just like sick. Let's do it. And I was doing it like at least twice a year at the time. It was unreal. But
That is one of the big appeals to what you have is that
Yeah.
your area is still kind of like there are some houses nearby, but they're not against. You
Yeah,
can be pretty
not too
loud
bad.
within that house without there being
relatively,
any
we've
issues.
had a few noise complaints, but otherwise, fine.
I've had a few car complaints, a few sound complaints. It'll mix.
Few, maybe a license lost or two. Who
Maybe a
knows?
license lost. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I remember that story. I
Uh,
remember him telling me that.
it's a good story. It's a good story. We'll save it for another rainy
Save
day.
it for another time. Save it next week.
Now, do you want to say your
no,
other
no.
question, Matzo?
Nah, we'll save it for next week.
All right. Well, I've got one more question before we finish up.
Right, before your last one was garbage, huh?
No, this one's just really good. Are tomatoes in season? Oh shit.
Nah, they're not.
Yep,
Keep
good.
it rolling.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Tomatoes are not in season. Sorry, guys.
Season, boys.
Yeah,
I'll get on this
We'll
one.
just get that out of the way real quick. Yeah, cool. All right, that was good.
All right, now they are in season. Now they
Oh,
are in
okay. Well, apparently they're in season. Give me a minute.
Sell.
Tomatoes are now in season. Only from the hours of 9:10 to 9:12.
season. I'm just keeping the editor on his feet.
Hey,
Yeah.
shut
Now,
this
no,
shit down.
they are not in
Yeah.
season.
All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't listen to Alex because he's just going to keep talking. Thanks, Hudson, for coming by. Always a pleasure to have
Yeah,
you.
thank you,
Thanks for
Hudson.
the donation.
You're the best.
we'll
Much
That was
catch you
appreciated.
a
next
dono.
week.
We had a chat that was going off. I'm happy.
It's been a good episode,
Very
I
happy.
think.
I
I'm
eat
pretty happy.
cheese. Thanks for coming by.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Sorry you missed
Alright,
a
now
lot of it.
shut this shit down.
Alright. As we're going off.
Get it going.
Wrap her up, mate.
See you
Alright.
guys. Alright,
Wrap it
bye.
up.
Yeah, look, guys, thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, there's a couple buttons here for you. If you would like, we'd also looking for some sponsors. GamerSups haven't replied to us, which is a bit upsetting. But either way, click a button here if you want to see another video, or just let us know. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, guys.